What's up, guys? I'm doing my live stream at 10 o'clock, a little after actually, and if you guys enjoy the live stream and broadcast of Madden 24, let's get started.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Okay, break. Red, cycle.
Love going to throw right away. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kadarius Toney, 73 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Done good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this throw caught left side. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That's good. Baltimore Ravens.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Ready, break.
Now here's Young. That is caught by Washington. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. To the ground. Here's Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for the...
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Off to the races, Christian Watson.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Christian Watson.
89 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Done good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
It's 4th down.
4th down, Young. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football.
Ready?
Incomplete.
Green Jack.
It's a turnover on downs.
1st down, going to the air with Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Love. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Love to throw for it on 4th. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here's Love. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Love will sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Love will sneak it.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Sliding out of the pocket. And it is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Travis Kelce there to make the grab.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Done good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. He's on his way.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Following the interception, Love. Touchdown, Bengals.
Kadarius Toney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Done good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Ravens nothing.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, and this one that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Ready.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
Good for a Baltimore Raven.
This is Swift on the counter.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Drill, 52. Blaster, 6. Hustle, hustle.
Off the play fake, Young. He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 23-yard run.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Ravens center. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Young.
Open man is Flowers. He's got him.
And he'll be out of bounds Ravens about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Young off the play fake. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers from 6 yards away. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Going back to Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action. Young. Comeback route and the pass complete to Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down.
On the ball.
Now Young. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Go ultra. Black ultra.
Young on third down.
Quick slant complete to OBJ.
Touchdown! Odell Beckham from 6 yards away.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
On the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing. Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught by Herbert.
There he goes. goes right side. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Khalil Herbert, 45 yards. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. From the red zone now, Young. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw now, here's Love. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Big strides, look at him go. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown Bengals. Isaiah Likely. 64 yards. And the Bengals used a big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Done good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This is first and 10.
Slide through. Drill green.
Young to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the three across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Blaster, 6. Ready.
Here's Young. And this one too low.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Now Young.
That's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here we go.
Now Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's caught inside the 25. Inside the 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Done good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
49. Ravens 34.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
Young wasting no time, right to the air.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
2nd down, they'll go back to Gibbs.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Right, 97.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Okay, right.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go, set. Red, cycle. Ready?
It's Young off play action.
Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. He's on his way.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Young. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And Young's throw there incomplete. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
On the set.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can.
He's got a man complete inside the 20.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Young. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Shoves him aside, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Young to throw it. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And here are the Browns for their opening drive.
And they'll be led out by their quarterback, a former Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year from the University of Washington. It's Jake Browning.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
We're scoreless after 1.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Here's Browning.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
To throw, Browning.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
A give, right side for Gibbs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. keep the sticks moving.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at it. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway?
And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter.
And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Beckham. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Green Jack.
The play fake. Now Young.
On target to his man, likely.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Read option, this is Gibbs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now run by Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run with Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The Young's going to throw for this. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone.
Back now in Baltimore. The Browns drive about to get started. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Now Browning.
Down. The Ravens able to get to it.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On play action, Young. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 37 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. And he is up and over for the 2 points. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Browning will get that complete to Albert O. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
On 2nd and 10, Browning. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Zay Flowers.
38 yards.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Ready up. 22 needle. Ready. Got it. 52 blaster. Trouble 38. Down. Right, white. Blue striker.
Complete to number 28. A gain of 17 yards brings up second down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. scored. Tyler Bass for the extra point. His kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
Come on, set. Set.
Number 26, Premier Gibbs, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
Okay, right hand cycle. Slide through. Cut.
Young's pass. Complete to Darius Tony. A gain of 12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
Set. Cut. Shot. 17. Drill green. Ready. Set.
Intended for Darius Tony. Incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively.
Ready. Break. Claws red. Ready.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the 2nd overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
In motion is Chenault.
On second down, here's Trubisky.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big
down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
But when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
73 yards.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now following the long touchdown a moment ago, you might say to yourself, well, that should be enough on its own to boost his ratings. I wish I had somewhere to call and tell that to. Well, fear not, now you do. The Madden hotline is now available. You can make your case. Who needs to go up? Who needs to go down? You can call 1-844-MADDEN-1. That also works out to 1-844-623-3361. As they say, operators are standing by. Well, that might not be true, but the number is 1-844-MADDEN-1. Check it out.
Make your case. Tell them why your player should be moved up in the ratings. Tell them why one of the guys that you don't like should be moved down. The players do it. They make their case. Now you get to make their case for them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Beckham the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And got his man complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Young.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing, Young. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball. And
that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Gibbs. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Trubisky.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is taken at the 18. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And that will come the offense as they take over. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
102 yards on the ground for him so far.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Young.
Complete to Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Gibbs straight ahead on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Young off the bootleg. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Well, they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That effective 10 yards there takes us back to first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. And Gibbs has it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
4-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Now Young. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
there to make the grab.
And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Trubisky. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
And I guarantee that his goal is to just tamp things down a little bit, pump the brakes, so to speak. Grind out a few first downs, let his team get settled, because giving up a kickoff return for a touchdown, the opening play of the game, that's going to rattle people just a little bit.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because
because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
How about this?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
84 yards.
and the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford.
Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
and the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And while we have a moment, we remind you that registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should, visit MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. It's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner. I'm going to start to work on my game. And
now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big fella inside the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Young looks to throw on first down. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
The throw for Toney is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
He may go.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least... Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
22 needle.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, Young
finds his man over the middle. It's Likely.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
42 yards.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The last 2 plays from scrimmage in this ball game pretty eventful. He throws the interception. The other guys, boom, one play and they're in the end zone. So now he's got to try to bounce back. 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Ravens extend their lead yet again.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Young. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Isaiah Likely.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. Now this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens just continue to roll. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
He sets to fire deep. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
63 yards.
and the Ravens have got it on cruise control. The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Javon Curse.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangwu.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. There's a nice move. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 1st down throw for Young.
And oh, that nearly their 1st pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Here we go.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
On target to his man, likely.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Slide for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? Green.
It's Young on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Now a first down throw for Young. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter, and they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jordan Brooks with it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, here's Gibbs to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. Or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. Young now after the fumble recovery. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And an Eagle first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Down the right sideline, inside the 10.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night guys.